Welcome everybody, and this is the 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Quadrifoglio meaning four leaf. Alpha's indication that you're in their high performance trim. This review is brought to you by Mr. Ken and the wonderful team of Maserati / Alfa Romeo of Atlanta, where this particular Quadrifoglio is for sale. Alfa left the North American market in 1995. But then Alfa returned 20 years later shooting for the stars with their 4C, Giulia Quadrifoglio, and Stelvio models. All models that are injected with Alfa's sporty nature. Now, this engine that you see here is a 2.9 liter twin turbo 90-degree V6, which is a Ferrari California T derived engine. An engine that's making 505 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque, and paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, of course. Now, 0 to 60 is 3.8 seconds with a top speed of 191 miles per hour. On the EP side of things, you get 17 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 20 combined on average. And now, as for looks, this car is drop dead gorgeous, especially in this Rosa Etna red, which is a $1,750 upcharge. But in my humble opinion, it is well worth it. And I don't even like red like that. But this red is very nice. Very, very nice. It's very eye-catching. And just feels like when you look at it, it feels like time kind of slows down a little bit. But for the wheels, you get a 19 by 8.5 in the front, and in the rear, 19 by 10 in the rear. They are forged aluminum wheels. Of course, you have your Brembo brakes as well with them. And also, this car has a carbon fiber package. So that means you get carbon fiber bits everywhere. You get carbon fiber on your hood. You got carbon fiber on your roof. You have a carbon fiber front lip spoiler. You have a carbon fiber rear spoiler. And of course, your side skirts on the name to save weight and cut through the air as efficiently as possible. Now we're gonna make our way to the trunk. All right, before we go to the trunk, we are going to let you hear this beautiful exhaust note. It is glorious. All right, guys, before we pop the trunk, I'm gonna show you the key fob as always. Here you go. I wish it was a little bit thinner, but that's all right, it's a nitpick. Of course, you got your start, trunk release, and of course, your unlock and lock buttons, panic button as well. Let's pop this trunk. There we go. Now, it's a pretty decent size for a sports sedan. You get 13.4 cubic feet of space. Your battery is located in the back, it's not located in the front. As well, you can fold down your seats. And once folded down, oh yeah, they provide a 40-20-40 split. And also, you don't get a spare tire, but you do get a air flat kit, aka air pump. And that's pretty it for the trunk, guys. Let's see how those back seats feel. For the back seat, the seats are comfortable. I like them. I like my seats on the firmer side, but they are comfortable. I do have a lot of space and a lot of headroom, but then again, I'm not the tallest guy, like 5'8". I do have a good amount of space, but I do feel a little bit sorry whoever sits in the middle, because you would have to share the leg space because there is a big hump right here. But let's close this door. It's pretty simple back here. You do have your vents for each passenger. You do have two USB ports and heated seats as well. A little cubby space, and also more carbon fiber on the back, which is a nice touch for your door release. And last but not least, you have cup holders in the center. Very Spartan back here, but that's all right because you're going to be driving your Quadrifoglio. All right, guys, now for the front seats. Now, the front seats for the driver is 8-way power adjustable. And for the passenger, it's 6-way power adjustable, but both seats do have 4-way lumbar support. So you get it in, boom. Seats are very nice and comfortable. You sit low. You sit very low. Feel like a modern day Fred Flintstone. But anyway, this feels very nice. Let's close the door. All right, nice thunk. You do get 14 Harman Kardon speakers throughout the cabin. This is your stop engine button right here. And one of the things about the steering wheel that I do like the Alcantara on it to get that extra grip. It does feels nice to the touch. As we move on to the center console, boom, a decent amount of space, but it's a place to put your key at, USB port, auxiliary port, and USB-C port, along with your wireless car charging right here. As we close it, let's start this bad boy up. Sounds great. Sounds good. All right, so as we move on, this is one of my favorite parts in the car, this carbon fiber. Now, whether it's in the back where the passenger's at or in the front, I do like this touch of carbon fiber throughout the cabin. Is one of my favorite parts to look at and touch. This is real carbon fiber, not fake. So, carbon fiber, this is your drive mode selector right here. So when you start it up, this N stands for natural. So each time you start the car up, no matter if you left off in the D mode, dynamic, it's gonna go back to natural. So turn to adjust, advance, back to natural, and then dynamic. And then when you hold, press to the right, turn to the right, sorry. 5 seconds, goes into race mode. Boom. All right, also up here, you do get a touch screen for this model year, and you can either touch it, of course, boom, 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 or use the toggle to navigate where you want to go. This does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but the screen is a little small, but then again, I am fine with that because I'm glad they didn't overdo it with the technology and the big flashy screens. You know, I'm glad they kept it to a minimum when it comes to technology in the car. Because to find something like this that's driver focused and has minimum gadgets and gadgets is very rare in this day and age. It seems like everybody's trying to outdo each other with their screens and stuff. So I am happy to see a simple screen. Let's show you the reverse. Oops. That's the reverse screen. I do wish it was a little bit more clear, but that's all right. I'm not gonna be looking back anyway when I put it in race mode. But yeah, guys, there you have it. I mean, just some more to touch with. You got your heated steering wheel, heated seats, and of course these seats are perforated for those hot summer days. And that's about it. The main focus for this Giulia Quadrifoglio is to drive. So I'm glad they put all their attention, a lot of their attention, in developing the chassis, of course, and to focus around the driver. So, guys, you know what time it is. Let's drive. All right, the moment you and I have been waiting for. We're in the 2024 Giulia Quadrifoglio, and this thing is awesome. Right now, we're in natural mode. So this mode is aimed at providing a more comfortable experience, driving experience for you. Now, if I switch it in advanced mode, then the safety features heightens up, and safety is the main priority in this vehicle. Now put it in dynamic mode, in that everything just opens up a lot more. The throttle response opens up more, steering becomes sharper. I can hear more of that glorious twin turbo V6. And this thing is just so light on its toes. This car weighs about 3,800 pounds and just light. I guess this is what you get when you mix a football player and a ballerina together. Super athletic and light on its toes and so confident in the twisties. Man, this car is super fun. With the Quadrifoglio, this is where This is where your 88,000 is going in the driving experience. Turn to this corner. When I turn into a corner, I do, and I step on the throttle a little more aggressive, I can feel the back end wants to come out a little bit more. But I know the computers are saving me from spinning out. It's so much fun. So much fun. Whoa. You just hear that throat exhaust. Man. This car's a dream. This car's a dream to drive. And these paddle shifters feel so nice in the hand. I'm glad that they're not connected to the steering wheel. I'm glad they're connected to the base. And I have it in race mode, and this just wakes up. It just, man, this thing is awesome. Personally, if I own this car, I would have it in dynamic or race mode on average. This thing is just 0 to 60 to possible ticket. It climbs so fast. Man, this thing is so fun. I can hear that all day. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, reliability. Every Alfa post, every YouTube comment I've seen on the Alfa Romeo review, people talk about reliability. And from my research on Alfa forums, Reddit, and YouTube, from people that appear to seem like they've owned the car, it seems like it's luck of the draw. I mean, I've seen some comments, people saying they've reached 100,000 miles, no problem, just the daily just the monthly maintenance is like changing oil. And I've heard nightmares of, I think people had an Alfa Giulia and they reached not even 1,000 miles and they had to send it back to the shop. And then I've also heard people now reached 1,000 miles, Alfa fixed the problem and they never ever had another breakdown again. So, I mean, that seems like a luck of the draw to me, and no car is perfect. Every car has something. It's humans making it, as you know. We are not perfect, so. But this would not stop me from getting this car. Knowing that I will still get this car and take that risk. Guys, do yourself a favor and at least experience an Alfa. Experience at least a Giulia Quadrifoglio, because this thing is crazy. All right, traffic's slowing down. We're gonna take this out and put it in natural mode. Man. Whew. Yeah, guys, if you're a car enthusiast, the Giulia Quadrifoglio should be on your list for sure.